What's up, guys? Welcome to Pete's Basement Extras. We're going to talk about the season finale, the mid-season finale of The Flash.
Because now every show these days that's big in stature has to have a.
This is like the shit that they do, just to fucking aggravate.
No, I don't mind a little break.
It was a 2-month break.
Walking Dead is monstrous. They don't come back till March.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The Flash, the man in the yellow suit. We are treated to finally the fight that we have been waiting all season for.
Was it a fight though?
He kicked his ass.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, that's not a fight. That's like, you got owned.
I thought you meant like, what was it a fight? Like, oh, they didn't really fight. Like, no, he just got his ass. It was a one-sided fight.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash kicked his ass. He is way faster than him, and Barry realizes this. He's like, I can't fight this guy. There's nothing I can do against him. And the most awesome thing was, like, that there's just so many little tidbits, like, that you notice, and you can't wait for the situation to resolve itself. Like, and I've had a lot of people coming up to me and asking me,
yes.
I'm a big Flash fan, and I realized now, in the episode, you have the Reverse Flash, who we know to be, you know, Eobard Thawne or Hunter Zolomon. Remember, there are 2 Reverse Flashes since the Silver Age. There's the original one from that first appeared in Flash 139. That was Professor Zoom.
Do you have that?
Yes, of course. Do you check your Instagram, sir? No. First appearance Friday.
He doesn't have an Instagram. Remember?
He does. He has Pete's Basement's Instagram. It's
well,
right there.
But, okay. I thought you meant personal. Never mind.
And then later on, post-crisis, you had Hunter Zolomon, who is not necessarily... Yes, I do. I actually have every single appearance of the Reverse Flash because I think he's one of the most awesome villains ever.
Wow.
And I bought this ages ago when the shit was like $1. So, yay me. Because that shit's going up on eBay now, take my word for it. And I'm not putting it up on eBay, but I mean the price.
The price is probably skyrocketed already.
Hunter Zolomon is not actually a speedster. He's a scientist that was crippled during a fight between Flash and Grodd. And Zolomon wanted the Flash to go back in time and prevent the accident. Flash said no, it's going to fuck with the time stream. Hunter Zolomon flipped the fuck out. And then, you know, he went, like, he started meddling around with time, and time, like, fused to him somehow, so he doesn't access the Speed Force, he moves through time, thus enabling him to look fast. Right. But all in all, the Reverse Flash has one aspect of him, of the character that is a mainstay, and that he doesn't consider himself a villain. He just wants the Flash to be the greatest hero he could possibly be. He's like the Flash's biggest fan. Right. And the only way to be a hero in his eyes is through personal tragedy.
It's funny because they actually made a Joker like that in the comics lately.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not totally up to date on Batman, and I'm like 2 issues behind on Eternal.
Well, that's kind of how they portrayed him to be in the Dark Knight movie, anyway. It's like, I mean, the reason why he came up is because he heard about this guy Batman. Is like, now I gotta do something. Right. And they had that rivalry, like, right. And he actually said that in like Broken Family or whatever the story was. Like, I'm nothing without you. Right. Like, you're what matters, not the rest of those idiots. Yeah. But now in this episode, we find the Flash, the Reverse Flash, is after this tachyon device that this other science company has developed. And if we know anything from tachyons and watching Watchmen, these are small theoretic particles that can travel backward through time. Basically, just time travel particles. That's all you need to know.
That's it.
The folks at Star Labs, Cisco and Caitlin, cook up this little force field to actually trap Reverse Flash and lure him in with the tachyon device. They trap him in there, but his power is too great, and he actually blows up the force field. Meanwhile, Joe and Eddie and all the rest of these cops from the city are surrounding him, and they got their guns pointed at him, and they're like, don't move. Blink! Oh, the rest of the cops are dead. And one of the coolest parts was, first of all, he grabs hold of Dr.Wells, pulls him into the force field. Like, they thought he could be trapped by the force field, but he got out, went back in. Oh well, fuck you and your force field. So now he's beating the shit out of the crippled doctor in the force field where they can't do shit against him. They can't stop him, and he's going to kill the crippled guy, who we already know is not crippled.
Disabled.
Disabled. He's crippled. Yeah, but he's not crippled. He stands up. He's a snake in the grass. This guy's a total snake.
He is.
So, let's jump right to all the questions that everybody's asking. Why did he beat up Dr. Wells? Why, and he asks this himself, if he killed the other cops, why didn't he kill me too? He was right there. He looked right at him. And then zipped away. Proceeds to beat the shit out of Barry Allen. Gets torched by Firestorm real quick. And then says, this isn't over, and runs away. Firestorm says to Caitlin, don't try and find me anymore, and flies off in traditional Firestorm style with the whole fists on the ground and everything. That was really cool. So, I love this. I loved this episode. This is what we've been waiting for. The Flash has been so consistently good, like throughout this mid-season. Like you've got 11 episodes to catch up on, dude. Just do it. Just download it. It's better than saying catch up on Arrow, which is fucking 3 seasons in.
Yeah,
you know,
which I still that's like the blink of an eye, and then 3 seasons in. I'm
that's
like,
how
where the fuck have I been?
I mean, granted, I started last season. Like I vowed to be caught up before this season started.
Yeah.
And once I got a hold of all of them, I watched 2 seasons in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it goes fast because you want to see them.
Right.
You want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But The Flash has been so good. Like, even my mother likes it. My mother's friend on neighbor across the street wanted to know, like, why didn't he kill Eddie? Who's the bad guy? Who is he? Like, everybody, they're asking questions, and everybody wants to know whether you read comics or not. It's such a good show. So here's my synopsis, all right? Here's my theory. The Reverse Flash is Eddie Thawne from the future. That's why he didn't kill Thawne when he stared at him, because he couldn't. That's, the past Eddie Thawne. If he kills him, he doesn't exist anymore. He stole the tachyon device to give to Dr. Wells, who we see at the end takes out his little gold flash ring. Where the fuck he got that from, we don't know. That's new. Yeah. That shit's new. We knew he could stand. We knew he had the little secret door in Star Labs.
And that supercomputer with future news.
All the future information, newspapers from like 2025 and shit. Fine. We did not know he had a secret door inside the secret door, wherein he has a Reverse Flash costume. This guy's a true snake in the grass. Absolutely. So, at the end of the episode, you see Dr. Wells stand up out of his wheelchair, open up his little secret door, take out his flash ring, puts the flash ring against the wall in the secret door, and another secret door opens, and there is the Reverse Flash costume. He takes out the tachyon device, which is basically just this little vest like Havoc would wear. It's like a circle vest thing. And he puts it on the costume. And then in the, like, all robot-y, like, vibrating voice that Reverse Flash uses, he says, "Merry Christmas." That was the other cool thing. Like, Reverse Flash was constantly blurred, so you couldn't see who he was the whole time. And his voice was, like, vibrated, so you couldn't really tell. So everybody's like, oh, well, of course, it's Dr. Wells. That's where they've been leading us all season. Of course it's him. Too easy. The producers have even said, we're not going to tell you who the man in the yellow suit is right away. This is a secret we can keep for a while. So don't expect that until the last fucking episode of the season. Guaranteed.
Probably, yeah.
Reverse Flash is Eddie Thawne from the future. He traveled back in time to meet up with Dr. Wells, who, as far as I'm concerned, is the TV version of Hunter Zolomon. There is no Dr. Wells in the comics, believe me, I've fucking looked. He's Hunter Zolomon, travels back in time, they team up, tells him the specifics of what he needs. Dr. Wells begins to design the Reverse Flash costume. Reverse Flash steals the tachyon device, gives it to Dr. Wells, while he's beating the shit out of him to make things look good. Gives him the tachyon device afterward. He attaches the device to the Reverse Flash costume that he has just finished designing in our modern time, which sends the costume to the future, to future Eddie, so the whole fucking thing can start up.
Yeah.
One big circular time paradox.
Yep.
The other thing, everybody's all like, oh, but there was red flashes amidst the yellow flashes when Barry's mom died. Did anybody not read Flashpoint? Like, this was one of the best fucking Jeff Johns series ever.
Yes, it's
ever.
Recent too. So
yeah. Like, this is what birthed the New 52 in the first place, so you should have been on this. Barry's there at the scene where his mother dies. He's actually fighting Reverse Flash at this point. Reverse Flash traveled back in time to kill Barry's mother in order to provide the personal tragedy necessary for the Flash to actually be created. Because without that, there is no Flash.
Right.
Barry is trying to prevent this. But we saw in the first episode that all of a sudden, Barry, as a boy, remembers suddenly a flash of lightning, and he's 5 blocks away, or 10 blocks away, whatever it was, or 3 blocks away. Either way, he's not in the house anymore.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's like, he blinked, he's gone. And by the time he runs back, his mother's dead, and his father's being arrested. That was Barry that saved himself by running him out of the house, and in that time, Reverse Flash killed his mother. Now, here's what I think is going to fucking happen. Season finale. Let's see how it goes. Barry actually does stop the Reverse Flash after finding out that it's Eddie Thawne. Like I said, just wants... The Flash saved his life now. So this is probably a good reason why he would start to like the Flash. And, like, you know, want him to be a hero. Want him to be a good guy. He'll probably wind up saving Iris at some point later, and Eddie will be like, oh, dude, I was wrong. Like, you're my best friend and shit.
To the point that we need
the Flash, right. So, he goes back, kills his mother. Barry stops Reverse Flash from killing his mother, saves her life.
That was a Reverse Flash doing that too.
Goes back to his regular time to find that he no longer has his speed powers. Because without the death of his mother, Flash doesn't exist.
Right.
Now everything's fucked up. Now you've got Flashpoint for season 2.
Okay.
That's what I think.
The only gripe, and I've said this several times, they're doing a bit too much.
This is a bit much for the general public.
This is a lot.
Yeah. Time travel-y stuff right away.
I mean, it's a lot for us.
Yeah. And we're used to this shit.
Yeah,
We've read the books.
When your mom's friend came here, we told her this. I was like, hey man, oh my god, this is a ridiculous soap opera.
Yeah. Trying to explain this to a mundane is like...
Trying to explain the color 9.
Yeah, that's a good... I'm still stealing that line.
I stole it from a meme. I can't take credit for that one.
I like the idea of Firestorm. It's just...
That was the other thing we didn't get to yet.
A whole different thing to develop.
Yeah.
And then there's still this other side villains.
And you were the guy who said, like, you know, special effects like that couldn't be used in a TV show on a regular basis. Bam! Like, look at that.
Well, no, the fire effect is easy.
Yeah, you just light the dude on fire, then you get a new dude for next time.
It's been done for a while. Super speed is just usually...
That's what the homeless are for!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this
Super speed is just a blur.
Wow.
So, I mean, like, later on we'll talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. You know...
I'm editing, it's not good. I'm hilarious.
When we talk about S.H.I.E.L.D., we talk about those powers used there, and it's easy to use, like, fire. He has a flaming head. Okay, that's simple graphics, let's be real. I mean, our director could do this. That's qualified enough.
He's kind of good.
So, it's doable. So they're not going too crazy, but I just think there's too much. We saw the fire heat wave gun already.
Right.
So he should be coming around soon.
That's Heatwave's like the start of the next episode.
So we have Heatwave
and Captain Cold. That's one thing I don't like is that Captain Cold is threatening Caitlin. He's gonna kill her. He's not a killer. That's not who Captain Cold is. Well, and I don't like that.
Maybe the code will come sooner or later. The Rogues Code.
Maybe.
Once they're true rogues.
Okay.
The team anyways.
Mark Hamill has been signed on to rehash his role as the trickster.
As long as he doesn't wear that costume, I'm fine with that.
He's got to wear that costume.
No, he doesn't.
That's the best part. It's a ridiculous costume. Have you seen the trickster?
Yes.
He looks stupid.
Yes, he does.
That's the point.
They need to modify that.
No.
Yeah.
It's got to be ridiculous.
You know what?
It's got to be the exact same costume.
They may not need to modify it. They're going to modify it. I mean, come on.
I do want to add that, you know, we were being asked about Ronnie Raymond and Firestorm. Firestorm is, of course, two people's minds fused together. That's what Firestorm does. Is his power is like fusion, you know, cold fusion. He just makes things out of other things. Think alchemy. He can make make this comic book into fucking gold if he wants, or pizza.
Or your next bottle of whiskey.
Pizza. Let's go with pizza. I'm hungry.
Oh boy.
But whoever the hell he's fused to, which we don't know yet, is the guy whose consciousness is at the forefront. Ronnie is probably screaming in the back of his head, and this is driving him crazy because he has no clue what's going on. He doesn't recognize the face in the mirror. What the fuck is happening? Be enough to drive anybody crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I cannot wait until the fucking third week in January. First of all, the damn holidays will be fucking over. I can take down all of my ridiculous decorations. I can stop making my house a mess for a month on purpose. Don't understand that at all. Plus, we'll be well into winter, which means it'll be over in a few weeks. All good things will happen once the Flash and then, you know, subsequently Arrow come back on the air. Yeah. What do you think? We should have like a little gathering and like everybody come over and watch the new episode of The Flash, and you'll have to catch up in the meantime, and then you come over too.
Sure. I'm hoping Flashpoint doesn't happen. I'm hoping towards the end of the season run, they'll resolve the whole reverse flashing at least as much as a comic will, and maybe they start pushing more Grodd because they already showed him. Mm-hmm. Well, not showed him, but the cage with his name on it.
They showed the gorilla's eyes and everything.
Yeah, so that's... I don't know how the fuck they're going to do that.
It's going to be interesting.
I don't think they have Planet of the Apes type budget.
I don't know.
So...
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Guys, what did you think of the mid-season finale of The Flash? Hit us up, questions at Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete's Basement, Instagram and Twitter at Pete's Basement. Make sure you tune in to all of Pete's Basement extras if you found this one. Make sure you tune in to our mid-season finale review of Arrow as well as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., probably just right next to it in the old Pete's Basement extras timeline. We will see you guys next time, probably come January, for some more TV show reviews. See you later.